sometimes you don't have to be good, you just have to be there. Out of like 100 emails, I might need to look at like 5. She's the shield, so like her numbers, that number that's in MLS goes to her. Just saves a lot of time. I know every month that goes by, it's costing money, whether it's maintenance, taxes, insurance, things of that nature. My intention is to help. It's never try to talk you into doing anything.
I got a question got Alicia onboarding. She's going to start like middle of May. Got a TC hired already to do my TC work. I'm going to kind of document all the TC's systems and procedures and then have Alicia kind of look at those.
That's right. Document them and have them do like screen records.
And then have her duplicate them. Yeah. So I'm going to do that. And then what else should Alicia be doing? Because I thought we'll put her number between, 8 and 5. It'll be in the MLS. I'll have it forward to her number. So she takes those calls between 8 and 5. She'll take all of them from the agents, anything like that. I'll still direct all the leads to me, but all the client servicing stuff will push towards her. And then I'm going to have her do TC work from the start. And then if she gets too busy, we'll just start doing a pay per transaction TC that she manages.
So you're going to do the TC work. I view like Alicia as like a high level executive administrative assistant. So she should be also filtering your emails, like your main email, like that's in MLS. So it should go there and she should answer all the questions and only send you stuff to a separate email that's like that you need to look at, whether they be offers or like whatever.
Okay.
She should also be sending all of the documents for DocuSign for people to sign. Once like you negotiate a deal or whatever, like you put the terms and conditions out, you send it to her and she sends it via DocuSign and gets it authorized. She's the one that can prepare listing paperwork for you before you go on the appointment. Even if she's like going in, preparing the documents, sending it to you, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and giving like old listings, finding some like data on the property to make me more knowledgeable.
Yeah, like preparing you. Now that needs an SOP, but like, you know what I'm saying?
I figured once I get like listing to contract, once I get that thing signed, I hand her the packet. She's calling the client, hey, thank you. And she pretty much takes it until we get negotiation, right?
That's right. So again, like I'm just thinking through like what Carla like basically did for me. She would get me ready for appointments. She would do the CMAs before I went on the appointment. So I would set the appointment, send her information via email, like, hey, here's the address of the property. Here's the beds and baths, like just pre-qual. Like here's what they say it has to offer or whatever. Here's the reason why they're selling. Here's how much they owe. And then she would do the CMA, send it to the client. And there would be a copy and paste, like the body of the email was just the same every time. And then she would also prepare the listing paperwork. Again, filter all the emails. Anything that needed my attention, she would send it to me. But like out of like 100 emails, I might need to look at like 5. But it's just saved a lot of time. And then, she's the shield. So like her numbers, that number that's in MLS goes to her. Hey, and what she's going to say all the time, Jack is on appointment right now. How can I help? And then the thing you want to train her to be saying all the time, hey, Jack wanted me to give you a call. I spoke to Jack and he wanted me to reach out to you. Because it makes the client feel like you're there. That you're involved, but like, I don't know what's going on.
And you would say, even from the start, even if I'm only doing 50 to 70 deals, have the TC do the TC work and let Alicia just manage more high-level stuff.
100%.
Okay.
I wouldn't have her get into the TC stuff, truthfully. Like it makes sense eventually, like you hire a TC on a per transaction basis, but then once you start spending like $40,000 a year on transactions, $50,000 a year on transaction management, it just makes sense to bring it in-house. Because right now that transaction manager or whoever transaction coordinator you hired, they're probably doing transaction coordination for other agents.
Yeah, she does $300 a year.
Which is a lot. Good for her. So she's capacity. So the idea would be is as you grow, maybe going to her and being like, yo, I want you to be full-time for me. And then then it's like a money thing and figuring it out.
Okay. Because if I do 100 deals $400 a pop is about right for TC work.
Yeah.
Okay. So 40 grand. Yeah. And
if she's doing 300, she's making like 120, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, she's doing all right.
Does okay. But you could structure it to where like, hey, I'll pay you this salary, but then you could work from home or like maybe one out of every, like once a year, I'll give you like one of these wholesale deals. Like, you know what I mean? Like you can try to juice it to where, because she sounds like she's very capable. You want really capable people surrounded. You want to be surrounded by very capable people.
Yeah. I called up 5 TCs and she was the one that had a slideshow, called me on a Zoom, presented, did all the things. Like you can tell she's prepared, which that's what you want from a TC, I think.
Yeah, she's got it. Good. Gian, what do you got?
Still working on the probates. Trying to get around one lead that when I first called, she sounded like distraught, saying, no, this is not a good time right now, blah, blah, blah. And each time I followed up, it was the same thing. And I was just dumbfounded last week when I called her. She's like, nope, I already signed with someone already. Thank you. I was like, what the heck, man?
She was lying.
Was I not aggressive or was just luck?
Sometimes you don't have to be good. You just have to be there.
Okay.
So meaning like somebody was maybe just there at the right time. Now, when somebody says like, now's not a good time, it's like, listen, I'm super respectful of that. My intention is to help. It's never try to talk you into doing anything. I know that ultimately for most families, I don't know if this is true for you, despite it not being at a good time, I know every month that goes by, it's costing money, whether it's maintenance, taxes, insurance, things of that nature. Like, just so I'm clear, if you had it your own way, do you think your preference would be to sell the property or just to keep it? So in other words, like there's like a polite pushback to that. You know what I'm saying?
Got it. Because yesterday I had the same thing and she was like, oh, not right now. Thank you for calling. And then I responded quickly saying, okay, when would be a better time?
Yeah, no. So what I would say there is like, well, listen, I appreciate your kindness under the circumstances. And the reason that I'm calling is families in these dynamics, oftentimes it can be really overwhelming. There's two components. There's the practical component. There's the emotional component. And, I know the knee-jerk reaction is just to like kind of push it to the side sort of thing. I'm also aware that every month that goes by, it is costing money with maintenance, taxes, insurance, debt service if there is still a mortgage on the property or reverse mortgage. So my intention asking isn't to be nosy, just so I'm clear, right? Is your intention to at some point sell the property, or is it something that you think you'll keep forever?
Got it.
Not like when somebody says to you, like, it's not a good time. You're like, okay, well, what is a good time?
Okay, my job is never to help you to talk any to do anything. There's two components. The first is the practical, and the second is the emotional, and then on and on and on.
Yeah.
Like you said.
So it's just like politely kind of
Okay.
pushing back a little bit and still digging a little bit.
Gotcha. And then last question is, let's say the guy wants a cash offer.
Yeah.
Should I write it? Because I was looking at a past video. Let's say the petitioner is like Roberta Williams. Should I put the Williams estate in the estate of Roberta Williams?
Yes, the Roberta Williams estate.
Okay. Gotcha. All right.
That's who the seller is.
Or in the listing contract too.
Yeah, I would do that too.
Okay.
And then I would have them sign as like PR. So I'd have them initial like, AN, and then next to it says PR. And listing agreements, like I know technically like you need, like if it's a homesteaded property, because you're in Florida, you have like multiple owners, so you need everybody to sign. Like from when it comes time to closing, yeah, like everybody can sign their deed because they each own like 32%. Let's say there's 3 people. But like the listing agreement, regularly I would just, again, I'm not an attorney, but this is just what I was doing experientially is I'd have somebody sign a listing agreement just as PR. And then when it came time to closing, all of the beneficiaries could sign the deed. As long as there's no fighting or disagreement, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, that makes sense.
You can't even follow up the ones that you have at the moment.
Correct. Taking more leads feels a little bit like a fleeting path.
So the energy needs to be poured into dialing in the systems. What is the job of a CEO?
Allocation
is about
cash.
allocating capital. Yeah. Would the best return on capital be on spending money on leads, or would the best return on capital be buying humans' time so they can help me with the systems part? Your issue isn't leads, it's time. Good. Andy, what do you got?
Yeah, wanted to just say I've got a TC. I did hire an admin, but I don't have like the systems fully built out. So like taking more leads feels a little bit like a fleeting path to go down for trying to build that out.